Hello there, it's me. And I'm back here. Today's plan, or actually for this weekend, it's Friday morning now. I took 2 days off work, so I'll be here until Monday. So 4 days. I'll start sound insulating the cabin. There's quite a lot of surface area, so it might take few days, but the goal for the weekend is to have at least most of the areas covered. There is that one welding seam that Mika did. I need to paint it, make sure it isn't just a bare metal, etc. So couple extra jobs, but I'll start with this. If you saw me taking this cab apart, well, you know, the roof lining, it was all moldy, and I took a road trip last weekend. I bought a new. A friend had a cabin from one of these trucks for spare parts, so I went and took it off from his. So it's new for me, but old one, maybe original. So yeah, it isn't stellar shape, but it's fine. It's at least better what we had. And I promise nothing, but somewhere in the future we might do something here. Maybe leather, maybe that kind of a blue blues. I don't know. We haven't planned that far, and that's non-critical thing. But maybe in the future we will have new upholstery here. No promises though. But yeah, I'll start the sound insulation project, and if everything goes to plan, within a few days we should have the roof lining on, the partial self, or however it's meant to be called. That would be on, then we could plug the connectors correctly for the parking lights that I did last time I was here, and maybe start installing a CB radio, normal radio, reverse camera. I actually bought the second camera and screen, so we could do that. At bare minimum, I need to pull the wire for the camera from the roof, because you know it'll be covered by the roof lining, and that wire has to be at least routed from the back corner of the cab to the front where the screen would be. But then I ran into another problem. I was looking at his 143H Streamline. And Streamline is a bit higher, like half a foot higher cab, and he had, well, more space above the windshield, and he had a CB and normal radio, but then from the factory there are 4 speakers in the truck, all total, and they all are on the partial self. So I started to look at the placement. So of course I don't have the partial self here right now, but it was pretty much like that. The first speaker was here, about this wide. Then came the radio, CB, then second speaker, the switch panel for these, it was here, and the second speaker, and we were right about here, a bit. Here's about the center line of the cab. So the second speaker was here, and I'm wondering if I should put the reverse camera here. It's kind of in the peripheral view, but it's a 7-inch screen, so I'm not sure if I want it there. In theory it could be good here, but then this probably wouldn't open up because it needs a lot of space, and if it came all the way here, then it would be kind of on the way. So that's also a big question for the weekend, because I need to plan everything before I do, and that way I can just install them, pull the wires. Because right now, pulling any wire from anywhere, it's super simple because there's nothing on the way. But if there is roof lining on the place, then it's kinda annoying because everything goes right underneath it. So lots of thinking and planning, because you know I kind of want to have the original speakers, but kind of I don't want to, because you know 90 speakers, they are whatever they are. They will play some music, but the question is if the music is any good. On the other hand, if I really want it, I could only have the radio there and like speaker and release some space there. Pull this panel right about here, and the camera would be here on the screen. Just add some kind of a subwoofer underneath there and extra speakers there. That's the funny thing is, my Volvo's original speakers broke, or actually only one of them. So, well, I took everything out, replaced them with Phoenix Code speakers, and well, I'll show you. What we have here is two mids, two tweeters, and three basses. So there is another other box there, and one of them is broken. So I have three of those, two of these, and two of these, and they sounded good. I like the sound. It was okay, but you know, one broke, so I replaced all of them. Logical, right? But I gave these to Mika like almost 3 years ago to do something with them, but he hasn't done anything. And I'm wondering if we should use these, but it would be a big of a job to build a box for these. But then again, you know, it's after all simple. There is two wires, and yeah, we have the woodworking tools here, so we could just build the box, add three of these, couple of those, and those, you know. We need to figure out, that's on the planning stage, but I'll speak with Mika about that. Anyway, I won't be getting the roof lining on today, so it isn't today's problem. But something to think about. There are so much different shapes here, but I need to just take these pieces, cut them, and just start gluing them on the roof. I got this here, this goes here, then something around these. There will be a good big sheet. I'll leave some of these originals on that are staying nicely, no need to remove them. And I will start doing it so that here's the 1.8mm stuff, it goes underneath, and then there is 3mm sheets. I'll put them on here, as well as some soft you know, foam. And that'll be it. 3 layers, that'll be more than plenty. That's actually way more than I need, but I'll do it that way. And then I just need to cut something that fits here, there. These shapes don't make it fun, but you know, nothing I can do for it. Just need to live with it. Yeah. That's the plan for now. And the first sliver to actually go on. Actually, I didn't even measure the rest of the wire pass through. Well, it'll fit. Somewhat loose material. Just stenciled out the space with a pencil and put it with knife, so it's whatever. As you can see, it fits nicely. Really nicely. The problem with big pieces is that they are big, so lining the whole thing somewhat good might be interesting. Actually, it is flexible enough that I can just bend it a bit. No, that can't leave the chat. I guess it will be, yeah, it will be fine. Is that enough? There we go, great. I might have to cut those corners a bit. And the roller there. There's it's a nice shape there. It's fine. I have a feeling that this will be a long weekend, because working with your hands above your head, it's not always or never is the most comfortable position. 25 shapes there. Let's go. So yeah, and now about 100 more slices. So the nice thing about this exact material is that if I push it with a finger, it will bend and break a bit, so I can just shape it anyhow I want. And then I need to find the paint. There's a tiny bit of rust accumulating, so I'll clean up that and all of those, just to be sure. You can never be too sure. I tried to find the black paint, but I didn't find it. It's somewhere. Mika is at work and I don't want to bother him. He would know where it is, but no biggie. I just put some primer there. Those will be fine. They have been drying up. And yeah, as long as the metal is covered, and if there is a tiny bit of dry rust, I don't think it is that bad. As long as it isn't wet and doesn't spread, it's closed, Now, maybe. Yeah, the paint is almost dry. Yeah, I did that. Found some little chips. Guess something has fallen on the roof and it has caved in a tiny bit, causing the paint to crack. And you know, there was so much condensation underneath the original stuff because the water was coming in, so that it started to spread a bit on the bare metal. So it's all closed up there, finding all of those tiny spots all the time. But you know, you can't fix everything perfectly. There'll be more than adequate for the time being and for the years to come. So I wonder if I should. Yeah, I'll make this hose a tiny bit bigger. These are for the bolts. I've got this beautiful piece of wood as a cutting board, so I don't stab myself. One, two. Yeah, that's good. The funny thing is this roof lining, it's the exterior. There is that piece. And if I take that line out, it goes this deep. That I can't do because I can't press the material there, so I'll cover it about this. Oh yeah, that's perfect. And with this stuff, as long as most of the metal is covered, it'll be fine because it can't resonate. I'm going for like hopefully 90% coverage or something like that. 100 would be so much work that it wouldn't be even funny anymore. There. Maybe a tiny bit crooked. No biggie. Can I go underneath the airline? Yes, I can. Maybe I need to straighten it tiny bit. And I want it to be straight enough that I can put a big piece right here in the middle. If I had a measuring tape somewhere there. I can measure that one. It's 30-ish, straight enough. That's there. That's good. The next piece here, I need to bend it this way, as the glue is only one side, of course. Yeah, that will be absolutely perfect. There, taking a 30 and 30, close enough. Yep, I'll take the line from this one. that. $30, straight enough. Cutting board out. I could remove that, but it doesn't fit out of there, so no reason. And that's for the side marker light, that screw. So I would need to remove that in order to remove the line underneath it. Not worth it. And that I have some of these spare parts, more of the cutting. I need to just find good ones. Go like somewhere here. Maybe I will have some more later. Yeah, there we go. I hope that the roof lining, I think it curves right here like this, so that this isn't an issue. Yeah, it'll tie into these and here, so it shouldn't go here. Yeah, it actually can't go there. Yeah, it can't go there. Yeah, now a big piece here and just keep on going. This one small section starts to be about done, and the difference, it's pretty crazy. And that person, I think. And now it's actually having some structural integrity, because it was just like this, and this, yeah, this going to be a good one. I find it interesting how perfectly these sheets fit. This is 50 by 75 centimeter or something. Well, I already cut a small piece off, but it's pretty much perfect fit there. That corner, I don't think I can do anything, so that'll just go there. And then the next piece almost fits completely there. Well, not really, but just got a small piece off and that's done. Oops. So I need to open those, but this one just goes here. One of these things that I wished that I had 7 hands or something. Or I could try to remove the wax paper or whatever it is in pieces, but that would be way too smart. Guess that's fine. That corner, like that. Like that. This piece, that'll go there, and I need to cut 1, 2, about 2 and 2 and yeah, 2 and half of the boxes off. Oh, about there. To go all the way through. How many hands do I need now? I forgot to get that corner. There. There to the right. There. Yeah. Yeah, that'll stretch. This is why the flexible stuff is nice. I can just press it into shape. Second goes there. Cut out here and there. These would have been side windows if the original buyer would have wanted them, but they didn't want it. So this could have been a window. Also this one could have been a window right here, but well, maybe it's better this way. Less glass to break. Well, that's a perfect fit. I'll just push that corner in a bit. This thick stuff is more annoying because the film is so precisely cut. Also more annoying to install because it's stiff and doesn't want to flex pretty much at all. This was indeed a perfect place to put 7 mils of material, so let's do it, because I have lots of this, 20 square meters, so more than enough. I could cut everything like twice or so. At this point it seems like this is taking less than I thought. I had like 34 sheets of that and I have used 1, 2, 3, 4-ish so far, so that ain't that bad. This goes here, there, and now, oops, that's not straight. There, 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 for the elegant solution. So yeah, like you saw, there was 2 corners there. This is so thick and not flexible, thick and stiff, that it doesn't want to settle as is, as you can see. Of help from the hammer and it's shaping well. Man's gotta do what man's gotta do. There we go. And that's a dirty hammer. Yeah. Getting back to things that just fit. This is half a sheet, so that's a perfect fit there. Maybe not the cleanest cut, but that'll do it. That's a good knife holder. Oh no, 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 no. Oh. Didn't glue itself into anything. That's good. Let's do it this way. that line matches completely, then the rest will be fine as well. There we go. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Just a little bit of bending there. Yeah. I'm gonna do it this way. So the first mark is there, the second is there. So from that corner to there, and about there to there. That I'll take maybe oh yeah. I'll just cut a piece up there. Actually, I don't have to do that. Just put it on, and the sliver, I got a bit more there. Pull this plastic if I do this. Could have been one of my smartest ideas in a while. There we go. That much. And now just rolling. Oh, the roof is done with the stiff material. So is that wall, or well, that's missing the top layer, that's missing everything, because we need to drill the holes for the stairs that will be installed eventually. So drilling the holes now and covering them is better than drilling through everything. And that's missing. I don't care for now, because the main thing is trying to get the roof lining on either tomorrow or Sunday, and I can install the side walls all on my own when Mika is at work. But roof lining is such a awkward big piece that I can't do it alone. So Mika will help with that, and I'll start with this stuff now. So what I mentioned about these things being a perfect fit, this is also a perfect fit. It'll actually slip in deeper there, like How on earth is that absolutely perfect fit? This is 50 by 100. Now just let's see. Yeah, I need to just force it through, because now it's sticky and it of course doesn't want to slide. Ah, my fingers are stuck. Yep, that doesn't work. Let's try this. Put it there. Let's see if I can slide that. No. If I can't slide it out, then I'll just do it like that. Oh yeah, that'll be fine. Going to be really good. Yeah, first piece. Side quest completed. Video to be followed later. I've installed all of the soft material to the roof, and I can say it was a pain in the ass because the material is so thick and heavy that it didn't want to glue itself onto it. Oh, I had to get some spray glue and everything is staying on. I didn't want to add anything there because there are all the wires, so a little bit of space for them. And now that the original roof liner has dried up, it looks absolutely horrendous. Luckily I got this one. Looks pretty okay. That broke when we took it out. No biggie. And the fake leather is, you know, glued a bit badly, but I can fix that. And I don't think that should be just old glue, not mold. Hopefully it's not mold. But if nothing else, everything will be ripped off and re-upholstered, but at least not now. Or not in the near future. And there are rest of the panels, they need lots of cleaning. Doesn't look fun job, but has to be done. But that's looking good. And I think we are ready to install it.
ehkä aloittaa sillä, että leväyttää sen tänne ja sitten laittaa noin johdon läpi.
Oho.
Tämähän vaatis vähän niinku läpivientiä.
Tossa.
Vähän niinku isompaa läpivientiä. Ihan hyvin voisi tehdä käsittääksikin. Muun muassa nää kaapelit voi olla vähän tiukat aina.
Itse asiassa laitanko mä ne vahingossa nippusyteellä tonne kiinni toisiinsa?
Joo, mutta toi antenni on tossa muutenkin.
Niin. Arvaa kuinka kivaa tää oli, kun 100 muurahaista koitti syyä sua koko ajan.
Mä keskimmäisen kiinni.
Rauhassa. Otetaan noin tuossa on toi valopiuha. Se on noin. Sitten toiselta puolelta sun vastaava, mä voin pitää kiinni.
Ei voi. Nyt kun se toi pultti.
Sehän siis haluaa pysyä kyllä jo itselläänkin. Kun sen saa tohon kynnyksen päälle.
Meneekö sinne pellin päälle muuten?
Menen. You may see some of the insulation. I forgot that this sits on that, so oopsie. But miltä näyttää?
Nyt oikein niin kuin... Se haluaisi tulla sinne.
Tuliko nyt?
Vielä sais vähän mennä. Ehkä se on vähän lähempänä. Sun sellaista natsaa siinä.
Siinä.
Oh. Se on vähän lyhyen näköinen.
Oliko siinä yhtään löysää?
Ei.
Radioantenni tulee tältä puolelta.
Elikkä se menee silloin tänne.
Juu.
Missä sinne lippusille piirretään?